Once you've completed designing your website, the next level is making sure that your website has a communication channel. And this is by adding email. For the past few years, we've been using services like Aweber, MailChimp, ConvertKit. Now, these are great, but they are on their own platforms. You have to connect these with your website, and this can be very challenging until now. Today, we're going to be taking a look at an email marketing and automation software called MailMint. Is it good? Is it easy to use? What's the UI like? This is what we're going to be finding out today. But before we get started, I have a link which will give you a 60% discount. Now, I've already gone ahead and signed up for MailMint. So if I come over here, I'm going to click here to download the basic one. And I'm also going to download the pro version. And while I'm here, I might as well go to the licenses and copy my license key. So I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to come over here to my site. Now, my website is running a basic install of Divi, but it doesn't really matter if you're using Divi, Elementor, or any other page builder. MailMint will work anyways. Okay, to install this, we're going to come over here to plugins and then click on add new. Upload plugin, and I'm just going to drag and drop it here and install. So what I'm really looking for here is to see how the UI is, how easy it is to use. That's going to be very, very important for WordPress users, because the easier it is to set up, it's going to be very, very easy for anyone out there who wants to set up email on their systems. Okay, so I want to go ahead now and click on activate. So we have this setup wizard, so we can either skip or continue. I think the best thing is to skip this and then set everything up later on. And now it takes us to our dashboard. And to be fair, just looking at this at first glance, this looks really, really nice. Let's install the second plugin, which is the pro version. I'm going to come over here and then click on add new. Now, the reason why I'm going straight to the pro version is because the free version is very, very limited in features. So I don't want to waste too much time going through the free version if I can showcase the most important parts of this software. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and click on upload, and then I'm going to drag and drop the pro version and click install. I'm going to activate, and I have this message here. I'm just going to say allow. So I can see here, I have a notification here to activate my license. I can just do it over here, or I can come over here to MailMint and then go to license. Now, pasting your license is very easy. I can just paste it over here like that and then activate. So far so good. Now let's take a look at the dashboard. This is going to give us an overview of what is happening here on our website. And the great thing is this gives us our contacts, the campaigns, the automations, the forms. So all this gives us what is happening on our website, and we can also come over here to weekly and show this as monthly and also as yearly. So that's pretty cool. Next, let's come over here to contacts. What can we do with this contacts tab? So first of all, when I take a look here, we can add a single contact by typing the name, email address, and so on. But what I really like here is the fact that we can import our contacts, because chances are you're using a software like, say, MailChimp or Aweber or whatever it is. So if you want to move over your services from there to MailMint, you can just import these easily. So here we have several options. You can upload a CSV file. You can paste the contact information here. And you can also do this with WordPress users. So you can import users, which is brilliant. And I have WooCommerce installed, so we can also import WooCommerce customers. So this is really, really cool. Okay, so let's take a look here at campaigns. So this is where you'd come in and write your email campaigns. And here we also have automations. Okay, so we also have forms here. Now, I really like this because we can create our forms here and immediately start collecting leads. Finally, we have our settings here, and I highly recommend that you go ahead and fill this information. So business name, I'm just going to call it Mac. Now, if you have a logo, you can go ahead and upload it here. Okay, so far so good. I was able to add my business information here very easily. So over here on the email settings, from name, you can add your name there. I'm just going to add Mac, and reply to, I'm just going to say Mac as well. So here we have our double opt-in options. Next, we also have our general settings. And here we have our confirmation, unsubscribe pages, and we also have our preferences. I mean, I will show you these pages in a moment. Over here on WooCommerce, we can add an opt-in checkout. So, you know, when people are shopping on your website and they're about to purchase something, there's a check mark there, which if they want to opt in, they can just check it in and they get all your updates. Now, let's see how easy it is to set up our tags on our system. So I'm going to come over here and click on tags, and I can now click on add new tag. So I'm going to say bought product A, click on save. I'm also going to add another one for subscribers. I'm going to click here add new tag. So you can just continue on and add all your tags here. And the process here is very, very easy, and I really like this. We can also add our lists. Now, the lists are also very, very important because this is how you segment who goes to what list. So for example, if someone subscribes, you can create a list for only subscribers. If someone purchases a product, you can create a list for only customers. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to click here on new list. And again, it's just very, very easy to set up. So I'm going to say customers for this one. You can add a description here if you want. I'm going to hit save. My next list is for subscribers. I'm going to hit save. Now let's see how easy it is to set up our email campaign. So I'm going to come over here to campaigns, click on a new campaign. So we have several ways to create our campaign here. This is our regular one, email sequence and sequence for automation. All right, so let's take a look here at the regular one. So if I click on create, I can add a subject line. I'm just going to say Mac, then reply to Mac. So my emails are already set here. And then we have now our email design. So I'm going to click here on design email. And so far, it's very, very straightforward to use. It's almost like I can just move on to the next step without really thinking about it. I can use templates, but I can also build from scratch. So let's go ahead and see how easy it is to build from scratch. So now let's add our text module here. So let's say I want to go back and add more items. I can just click on the back button and this takes me back over here. Now, what I like here as well is I can put in my products into this email, which is brilliant. So let's see how this works. So now that I've added that module for my products, I've just added my product here by category. And this is the product that I created earlier on. And now it has been inserted into my email. And I'm pretty sure they can buy it from here right away. And this is something, unique. And I really like this because this product is a product that I created earlier on in WooCommerce. All right, so that looks really, really cool. I'm going to delete that for now. So I can add a button. And it's just a matter of dragging and dropping. And the button here has its own styles. I can add the link over here. And I can also customize the size. I really like that. That's a positive thing. So this email builder is very, very easy to use. If you're used to using, say, Divi or Elementor or even Gutenberg, it's all drag and drop. And the UI is very, very easy to follow. And if we want to add some posts, we can just drag and drop it here. And this will give us our posts based on category. So let's say it's a specific post. I can come over here and I can search for it. Or if it's by category, I can just choose my category from here. And I can also set how many I need to add in here. So you can see now they're pulled in and this is really, really cool. Now, let's say you wanted to add hello at first name. So what you need to do is to come over here and click on this little icon here and then go to contact and click on first name. So once you've done that, you click on next and this now takes you to the next step. So you can give this a title and the recipients now, this is where you need to decide who is going to get this email. So if I click on this drop down, now remember, we created some tags and we also created a list. So I can either send this to a list of all my subscribers or all my customers or all lists. And then over here, I can choose a specific tag as well. So I can say, okay, I want to send this to everyone that bought product A, and this will be sent. But right now, I don't have any recipients in here, so that's going to look blank. So that is how easy it is to set up your emails. Okay, I want to go back over here to campaigns and let's click on new campaign. Now let's take a look at this second option here. So this now is an email sequence. So I'm going to say create. So this is our first email. So we can say email 1. And I can select my recipients here. And this time I'm going to say all and subject line. And then over here, I can just give this preview text as that. I can also send a second email by clicking over here. And I can say now delay by 1 day. I can also click another one here. And for this one, I'm going to say delay by 2 days. And then this one here, I'm going to say delay by 7 days. So the process of setting up the email is very, very straightforward. And also the email sequence here is really, really easy to use. So over here on campaigns, we have all our emails here, but the only way you can tell what is by taking a look at the type. So this one here is a regular email. This one here is a sequence and this one here is an automation. So it's quite easy to see what is happening. So what I really need to know is how the automations actually work, because this is what makes the process of setting up emails and tasks on your website Very, very easy. By doing this, you're going to save a lot of time. Okay, so let's go ahead and start here. So I'm going to click on new automation. So, wow. So at first glance, I can see here there's an opt-in email, there's a new user email, new login. Wow, this is brilliant. So I don't have to stress so much about creating mine from scratch. So let's start here with these pre-made ones and see what they look like. So I'm going to say new order follow-up. Let's see how that works. And by the way, for this to work, you need to have WooCommerce installed. Look at that. This is really, really cool. So I'm going to go in now. So now I can choose my products. So I know I have product A. There we go. So that's my product. So once someone has completed the order, that's what's going to happen. Time delay, 1 minute. And then this is going to send an email. Look at that. And the email is right here. So I can go in and further customize this if I need to. So you have the subject line. We also have the email here, the text view. But if I want to further design it, I can always come over here and design it. So I really like this. So if you want to see our stats, we can also click over here and this will tell us what is happening here. And here we also have our stats for that particular automation, which again is also really, really cool. We can take a look at this on weekly or monthly. Okay, let's go ahead and create another one. This time I'm going to build from scratch because I want to have my own custom automation. So my starting point here could be form submitted. So this is going to be triggered by a tag. So I'm going to say, okay, let's choose our tags. And my tag here is going to be subscribers. I'm going to click on this plus and let's choose a delay. There we go. And now I can go in and choose my time delay. So I'm going to say by 1 hour, click on this plus button. And this time I want to trigger an email sequence that we created earlier on. Come over here. So here we have our automation sequence. So I can add it like that. And then I can continue on and add other things over here. So this is a very, very easy to use, very, very simple automation workflow here. And again, as before, you can always come over here to our stats and this will show us what is happening here. And I can always start my workflow. Now, let's say you want to collect leads on your website. How easy is it to set this up? Let's find out. So I'm going to come over here to forms because typically this is how we collect our leads. So over here, let's create a brand new form. So I'm going to click here, build from scratch. And right away, I want to give this a title. I can assign my tags, and this is why it's important to create our tags very early on in the process. I'm going to click here on subscribers, which is cool. Over here, I can say after submission, I can hide the form, I can reset the form, and I can do quite a few things here. I can also set my message, but if I want to add a thank you page, I can come over here to custom URL and paste it over here. And then over here, we also have a few more things. So we can add our close button color here. We can also take a look at our appearance and make some customizations. So we can say display on all pages. So I can display this on the home page. I can display this on all posts. So I know I have post 1. I'm going to see what that looks like on post 1. And I can also display this on product. So you can have opt-in forms on specific pages, products, or even pages. And I really, really like that. So first of all, let's publish this and let's scroll down and see if our form has been added. And here it is. It has been added, but I would really like to further customize this. So I can copy the shortcode like that and then add it to my page manually. By the way, you can use this method on pretty much any page builder because this is just a shortcode. So I'm going to click here on this plus button, regular section, single column, and I'm going to add my text module like that. And then in here, I'm going to paste my shortcode. And sure enough, this looks really, really nice. And then we can go in and further customize this. If you want to add a bit more spacing in here, we can do that. So I'm going to enter my first name and email address. Hit submit. Okay, so it's telling me my email is already there. So let me just add a different one. Hit submit. Okay, so now it's saying it's submitted successfully. So I'm going to click here on MailMint. And sure enough, I can see here now I have 2 contacts. I also have my automation here. So if I go to my contact, I can see here there's one pending, which is the one that I've just added in because it's double opt-in. And if I need to view this contact, I can just click here on view. And this now is going to give me even more information about the contact. I'm sure you can agree with me that MailMint is very, very easy to use. The UI is very simple. Now, this was my first time actually using this, so I was able to find my way around without really watching any tutorials. And this is a really, really good thing, which means that even beginners are going to be able to use this without any problems at all. So the link to purchase this is in the video description below. Go ahead and get your discount. And I highly recommend that you get the lifetime license, because these guys behind MailMint are the same guys who did WP Funnels. Let me know what you guys think. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.